3, 2, 1.
From Boston, Massachusetts to Adelaide, Australia, and everywhere in between, talking local and national sports and just about anything discussed in a tavern. Broadcasting from South Lyon, Michigan. Welcome to Easy Speak at Speakeasy 330 with your hosts, Rich and Tom.
An announcement too.
All right, can everybody hear what we're saying? George Jackson.
Looks like a great
No
conversation.
sound. God damn it! What happened?
Yeah.
All right, can somebody let us know if they got sound or not, or no? Kevin, don't LOL it. Just let us know if we have sound.
Jesus.
JP,
We're good.
Oh, we're good now.
Oh,
Oh,
boom.
okay.
Guys, we missed the announcement.
So let's go.
Let's go back. Let's go back.
So let's go back to this. So go ahead, cue it
We're
up.
gonna,
Cue it up.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
So take two.
Breaking news.
So
Again.
Here we go. So we have some big news here that the Giant wants to share with everybody. And go ahead, JP, let us know.
So tonight is going to be a life-changing event. I'm going to join a club today, and I'm gonna down these 10 ounces of grape tardiness, as Tom expressed, and I'm gonna shit my fucking brains out to clear out all the shit that I've eaten
I'm
and
telling you.
drinking.
Oh,
And probably gonna drink about a gallon of water with it to get the full effect. So I anticipate like a full exorcism scene later on tonight.
it's gonna
Just
be
wanted
like,
to share that with everybody.
Oh, it's gonna be like shit
Oh
everywhere.
my gosh. I'm dizzy right now.
Oh man! But so it was funny. So this, even though the second time you said it,
Still funny.
so we got a comment already. The shitty ass giant. Oh man! George is requesting an ass cam.
Oh yeah.
We need to get some video.
Oh,
Hey, but hold on here.
We're gonna update. I'll do like a vlog
So
after all the carnage, and maybe we'll share that video on Wednesday's show.
is it gonna have smell-o-vision too?
Yeah.
Okay. But hold on. Let's be serious now. So the reason why George is asking for an ass cam.
Oh boy.
George is this past week spent a little bit of time over at the Ascension in at Providence there. They thought that he maybe had some ticker issues going on, and really what it came down to is that George absolutely loves sponge baths from male nurses.
Yeah.
Male Filipinos.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he likes the nurses. The men though. He
Was
likes
it
the
a
men.
big guy? Was his name Devon? Did he have big knuckles?
He was. He you know he ain't gonna say that to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
personal.
Yeah, it's personal.
Oh, here we go. It's all
Oh.
good.
You went okay.
And he's probably speaking from experience. So I'm just gonna say he's speaking from experience like no other. But so all right, let's,
He had a good time.
so
Oh yeah.
But in all seriousness, George, we're glad you're feeling better, and we look forward to doing the OC with you tomorrow.
oh man, a Deshaun Watson of sorts coming from my man Kevin from the Air Boy. Yeah. So speaking of the Air Boy, we're looking at the first Saturday of May.
May 1st.
Yeah, we're gonna head down and we're gonna spend some time with our buddies down there at the Air Boy, and they were. I'm not gonna say they were like influential, but I will say that they were very, very big in helping us getting started as a pod. So I'm really looking forward to going down there and hanging with those guys. Those guys have some good content. And they just like cracking on everything, and which is kind of cool. So
And they like cracking on me too. So so it'll be good. It'll be good to sit down with those guys.
oh,
It's
man.
like putting Tom in the lion's den and everybody just goes at him.
Dude, I'm gonna have to bring a box of tissues for Tom because he's gonna get cut up pretty bad.
I might make a quick exit
It's all good.
from the show.
A little bit of humility never hurt nobody.
Oh, I'm
Dude,
used to that.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that old Geraldo Rivera where somebody throws the neo-Nazi throws a chair at him.
As
Watch
I
out,
told-
Kevin.
As I
Like,
told
watch
Rich
out.
last night, I like to pride myself on being almost embarrassable. I don't think
Almost.
there's much you can say to me to embarrass me.
Yeah, we're gonna look forward to some updates Wednesday. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, like I said, the video vlog will be out, so we'll do so.
I really don't want to see that. I
Yeah.
don't want to see the video.
Well, it'll
vlog
just
or
be me
anything.
sweating with a cold towel on my forehead, laying on the bathroom floor with the tiles in the background.
Man.
Just a quick update.
So weigh yourself before and after,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
see what the results are.
And I'm going to test my vertical, too. It'll be the magnesium citrate combine.
Oh well, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll talk to Kevin. Maybe we'll get to see if JP can join us for this because I'm sure they'd love to cut up by
Oh,
JP.
boy.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
So anyway, let's get back to business. So we got a lot to talk about today. One of the things I really want to talk about is I know we are days upon days late, but I really want to talk about the NHL trade deadline, and more importantly, the moves that the Red Wings made. And I think the Red Wings, I would give them an A on their moves that they made because what they managed to do is they got John Merrill for nothing. He was a sign. He was a sign in the offseason. They ended up getting a pick, and they got Hayden Verbeek, which is the nephew of Pat Verbeek.
Yeah.
He plays in the
Plays for Grand Rapids.
well, he was in the AHL with the oh Jesus, where's Craver at? Because Craver would tell me what it is, but with their minor league team, I think it's Rocket or Lavelle or something like that.
Hmm.
He also I saw him play a number of occasions at Plymouth when the Whalers were there,
Hmm.
and he played not the Whalers. I'm sorry, I saw him in Flint when they
Oh,
played
the-
against the Sioux Greyhounds.
The Flint Firebirds.
He's
Yeah.
23 years old. So what do you think his upside is? Because I don't know much about this guy. You've seen him play, so
That might have been the throw-in. They were more concerned about the pick, I think.
yeah.
I think the picks were more
Yeah.
concerning for them. But you know what? It's never a lose situation, especially when you're dealing with prospects and
And-
prospects coming in.
And with his uncle Pat, who's
Pat
he's local,
Yeah.
so that might inspire him a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit
He's
more.
got time to develop.
Yeah.
With the age he's at.
Oh,
So, you know what
I mean,
you never know.
But here's the thing: is
He could be the next Akil Badu.
Oof.
ugh.
He came down to earth in this series.
Yeah, but
We'll get to that later.
it's one of those things where you look at it and it really is not costing you much, and
Right.
so there is a huge upside.
Low risk, high
in that.
reward.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if the guy never makes it to the squad, no big deal. You got a 4th round pick.
You
But if
got a
he
pick.
does, but if he turns out to do something worthy and notable, then yeah,
Mhm.
it was. I mean, it's a no brainer.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Another one that I want to talk about is the Anthony Mantha trade. So
Oh yeah.
let's just, I mean, we can just say what it is. Mantha was not happy here
No.
at all.
Yeah.
I don't
No.
think he's been happy since the onset of getting drafted by the Red Wings, but that could be just.
Well, and then
My-
they
that-
made him wait 2-3 years before he came up.
But
and-
you know what though? Here's the thing with that is as a Red Wing fan for as long as I've been, I don't ever recall anybody, maybe besides Dylan Larkin, but he came in at a time where they didn't have a lot of talent.
Mm-mm.
Right.
So when you see a guy like Larkin come in, okay, but he came in and was there right when Mantha came in and everything like that. Nobody that gets drafted by Detroit and comes in
No.
and starts. There's nobody that does.
And
They're
Mantha's
known for
lighting
that.
it up. He's lighting it up in Washington.
Yeah, you know what? And
It's bystander to being happy where he's at,
yeah,
right?
and my personal thing is I was really pissed off during that whole thing is because he kind of loafed it around when he was with the Wings. He kind of loafed
Mhm.
plays and stuff like that.
Yep.
Motherfucker goes out there his first game. He's striding and skating like I've never seen before, and he fucking shot the puck and
Oh,
scored.
yeah.
It's amazing what you do when you can shoot.
Sure. Now my question is
Now
this.
no, hold on, but this guy was like 100-point scorer in the
Mhm.
Quebec Major Junior League.
Yeah.
So it's not like he didn't know how to score goals
No.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right there is like maybe a good fresh start was good for him.
Well, I mean, you look at a new spot. Maybe the fact that the Wings losing, it didn't inspire him enough. And if you go back a couple years ago when Verlander got moved to Houston,
Yeah.
different sport, but when he was pitching here, that couple years where they were losing, he did not pitch well.
Yeah.
They move him to Houston, and it like re-energized him. So is that a situation what Mantha is going through right now in Washington? They're in the mix of a division, and he gets put with, Ovechkin and a pretty damn good team.
Yeah.
And here we go. Now he's playing like he should be.
And he's I mean, the guy's 6'5", 230. He's got an acquired skill that a lot of guys in the NHL don't have. So like you said, skating next to Ovechkin, he's on a contender now.
Mhm.
I mean, that's just going to make the world of difference, and it's already showed. I think he's had a goal in every game so far.
He had 2 points in his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 2 points in his debut. But but the return side for us, I'm telling you right now, we absolutely fucking fleeced them.
Yeah.
2 picks and
I
2
hope
players.
and it was funny because I was where was I at? I was watching Woodward Sports, and they were talking about right as it broke, and they said it was Mantha to Washington for Vrana, Panic, a first round this year and a
Yeah,
second round next year. And I was like, holy shit! I said, I hope Eiserman wore a mask when he went over there and
Mhm.
robbed him, because I mean he robbed
Yeah,
him.
he did. Well, I think he got back from what Columbus got from Tampa.
Yeah, don't even dude, don't even get me started on that trade.
He made up for it.
But you look at it. Lashoff wasn't playing with us anyways, so I mean that really wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
I think that Lashoff was He's not worth a first and second round. I'm going to tell you right
No
now.
way.
There ain't no fucking way he is. But I will say this though, the Wings pretty much got a 4th round pick, absorbing some salary cap for the year, and that's it.
Yep.
And if on a guy that isn't even cracking your lineup,
there's a lot of good 4th rounders in the NHL too, so that gives them a chance. You know what I mean? You never know. You roll the dice with that pick, right?
Yeah.
It's you just look at what the next 2 years here could be. They've got 19 picks in the next 2 years within the first five rounds.
Oh, I know, it's crazy.
It's insane. You can
That's a recipe for like a damn solid rebuild.
I mean, you're gonna possibly look at the next generation of winning Red Wing hockey built within 2 drafts with the pieces that they have now.
Panic, he's probably more like trade bait, right? Later on. I mean, like Yzerman said, the picks are great, but they needed guys to put on the ice now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you know what I mean? He's kind of holding over a spot. He took a puck to the face last night in the Blackhawks game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and Verana scores in his first game.
Yeah.
Now
what was funny about that is, I mean, we were sitting here watching it, and then I immediately, because I was talking to a coworker of mine when we were at work and talking about the trade, and he's like, I'm pretty content with that trade. And then, you know, Verana comes out of the box and scores or whatever. And I sent him a text. Yeah. I'm like, look at that snipe. Yeah. He replied back. He goes, please God, he tell me he was just getting out of the box and not cherry picking the entire time.
But he's a free agent this year. So, you know, will he be part of the future with Yzerman's plan, the Yzer plan? You know, that'll be something to look forward to.
Well, I guess they can see how it plays out and how he produces here to make that decision, right?
He seemed pretty excited about getting the goal. And, you know, I mean,
I think Verana's going to be here for a little while because he's good on the power play. He's good on the short wall on the power play. The only problem with why you don't really notice that, because when you are in Washington, you are not. Yeah. I mean, you are not on their. You're not on their first power play.
But here he's going to be an impactful player.
For sure. For sure.
More opportunities, more ice time for him here, so he's probably happier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know
he'll definitely.
Those when you get to that professional, they just want to play.
Sure.
Yeah. But they also want to make money, but they want to play.
They don't make money unless they play.
So. True, but as long as they're dressing, they're getting paid for the game. So,
but I mean, to get another contract, he's in a good situation. He's going to get a lot of ice time.
He's going to play his ass off.
So, who would you, all in all, who do you think the winner or losers of the deadline might have been?
Honestly, it depends on how you look at it. Like Columbus, with the moves that they made, I mean, they're losers. I mean, but you know, they dumped salary. They're like, you know what, we're not going to do anything this year. We're done. So that was, you know, I think that was very notable. I still cannot figure out why anybody would take a flyer on Taylor Hall. Good player. But it seems like everywhere he
Boston's
goes,
3-0 with Taylor Hall, though. I mean, they've won all 3 games he's been there so far.
I know, but
early indicate I think they were on a 2-game losing streak, and he's giving them a spark. You know what I mean? So
I mean, he's a hell of a player,
and he wanted to go to Boston.
Yeah, no, I mean he is a good player.
Good player.
There's no doubt about
Former
that.
#1 pick.
Yeah, but the problem with him though is he. It seems like everywhere he goes, he's a problem. Everywhere he goes, it seems like he's a problem, and it's really, it's annoying.
And it just did not work out in Buffalo, which was surprising.
But but the thing with the Buffalo contract is he only signed a one-year deal, so he's really not tied to anybody. So for Boston, he's a rental player,
and that to me was interesting. A player of his caliber settling for 1 year, I think that says a lot about what the league thinks about him too.
But look at Tyler Bertuzzi. Tyler Bertuzzi said, look, I'm going to sign this 1-year deal at this amount of money. Let me prove myself. Because, I mean, he gets it.
But Tyler Bertuzzi's not Taylor Hall.
No, but
Tyler Bertuzzi's not proven yet. I mean, I think he's a hell of a player, and I think he's got great upside, and I hope to God he still plays with the Wings. But Taylor Hall's on a different level.
Well, Taylor he's the superstar pedigree. You know what I mean? I know who doesn't want to leave Buffalo. I mean, it is a dumpster fire. in Buffalo.
Dude, you know what?
I mean?
And it's sad is because
It's gonna resurge anybody that leaves.
it's been so many years since they've had like a good team.
They had a little bit of hype coming into this
They
year.
did. They
though.
did.
They had some
Yeah,
guys.
they
did.
You know,
They
they
did.
had some talent.
George made a comment there. Maybe it's the organizations, not Taylor Hall.
Yeah, could be.
You know,
I can.
but
No, I'm going to call bullshit, and I'm going to tell you why. He was with Edmonton with a stack team.
Yeah.
Stack team.
Can you imagine?
Couldn't do shit. Couldn't do shit. They trade him to New Jersey. Didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Then runs his contract up in New Jersey. Signs
goes
with
Phoenix.
Yeah, he got traded to Phoenix.
Yeah,
He
I
got
think
traded
so,
to Phoenix.
yeah.
Didn't do shit in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And then now he goes to Buffalo. Doesn't do shit.
Well, in free agency, he wanted Boston, and
Yeah.
so you know what I mean. And he made it known that he wanted Boston, and now he's at where he wants to be at.
Yeah.
So you know,
The only reason why George is pumping up Tyler Hall is because he's probably got a shit ton of
Oh
cards
yeah,
on him.
he's got
he
got a refractor or something there.
He's got something.
yeah.
He's got a refractor with a serial killer sitting in the front row behind the glass somewhere.
Yeah, but and then he comes back and says, "But Edmonton sucked with everyone. Bad drafting. Now Edmonton is on the up." No, listen. No,
With the same players.
Listen. If you have that much talent in the room, you have a problem.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But if you can't produce wins,
Yeah.
now they do still have talent in the room. They're probably going to lose Ryan Nugent Hopkins after this
Yeah.
year. They're probably going to lose him because they can't afford him unless he decides to take a discount. Which, in my personal opinion, if your team like that team is
You're
on,
built.
that team is on. Like they need a goalie. They need a solid
Oh, you
goalie.
don't like the rocker Mike Smith,
No, I don't think Mike Smith is the guy to be there.
the
But-
generic name goalie.
But I think they're real close. And believe me, I'm an Edmonton Oiler homer here. So I mean, for me, Taylor Hall, he was there when they had Ryan Nugent Hopkins, they had Yaki Pop, they had talent, they had the people, they had everything in place.
Is it a cohesive unit? Is it the coaching staff? I mean, there's a lot of things that go into
Well,
it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, you know, the coaching staff sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was the truth. That
Yeah.
they sucked. However, their front office sucked too.
Yeah. Look
But-
at the Caps before they got over the Schneid. All the talent in the world, what did they do? Get knocked out in the first
And then
round
they went and
every
got
year.
and then they went and got Barry Trotz.
Yeah.
Barry
Yeah.
Trotz.
Yeah,
All
I mean,
he's ever done is win.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, George.
Well-
George is saying, well, you know what, George, you're right. It isn't Taylor Hall's fault. I will tell you right now, it is not Taylor Hall's fault. But I will tell you, he didn't help it.
In Edmonton, what do? They go out and get Kenny Holland. Look at that.
Now listen here.
And then he brings in some of his Red Wing players.
But so listen here. So I am on a Facebook page with Edmonton Oiler fans, and those guys, those are some of the most die-hard
Sports
fans. No, just Edmonton die-hard fans.
Yeah.
So those guys, right off the rip, when Ken Holland got signed there, they were like, they wanted to erect a statue next to Wayne Gretzky out in front of Rogers Center
Yeah.
because they were like, we got it.
Yeah.
they can have him.
And then,
He did good things here, man.
and then,
It's the people around him that did good
and
things.
then a little bit later or whatever, some of these bonehead signs and everything like that, these people, and I sat back there when these guys were doing anything but pulling his pants down and tooting his horn. I'm dead serious.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
said, guys, be
Give-
careful what you wish for and give them some time.
Yeah.
There's some things that Ken Holland is good at.
Right.
That I'm not going to deny that. I said, but being
He's
a
good
guy,
at signing bad contracts.
hey, but I said, but being a
Yeah.
guy from Detroit, Red Wings is my number one team.
Right.
Edmonton is my secondary team. Be careful what you wish for. And I can't remember. They started off the season terrible.
Mm-hmm.
These people are on this forum, this thread. Fire this. And one guy remembered, and he tagged me and he goes, do you all remember what Rich Jasper said about Ken Holland? You want to talk about bringing tears to a glass eye? That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
It solidified what you were telling him, and we experienced that
Like they
the
said.
last 5 years while he was here.
I'm gonna have to ask George Jackson to get off Facebook because he's absolutely blowing up
Oh, yeah.
our comments here. He's blaming everything on Illich. Hey, don't blame the guy who
Hey.
can't be here to defend himself, please.
I will be blowing up the OC tomorrow at work. So
You're going to be blowing up something.
I'm gonna be
else,
blowing
too.
up something later too. I knew that was coming.
It's gonna be the
Set
O. It's gonna be
myself
the.
up for that
It's
one.
gonna be
It's
the.
going to be the O.
It's gonna be the O ring, not the
Yeah.
OC.
He's blowing out the O ring.
So yeah, so the trade deadline, it wasn't as it wasn't as
very
thrilling.
active.
It wasn't as thrilling as I was as a whole for the
Mhm.
entire league. However, I will say for the Red Wings, I'm very optimistic,
Yeah.
cautiously optimistic about because you got to find those diamonds in the rough.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have to find those diamonds in the rough, and I think given. You look at it. I mean, Yzerman was around when they drafted Kucherov, and they got some Headman, some of the Headman, and some of those guys.
Yeah.
There is a way. I think. Did I not read that Lucas Raymond? Didn't he sign?
just signed an
he just signed an
entry
entry
level for a
level
year.
contract.
So
Hey,
he'll be up here soon.
yeah, so it'd be good
Him
to
and
see him.
Sider.
That's
I mean,
exciting.
there's
Yeah.
there's hope. There's
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah,
And
there
that's all
is.
you can ask for.
So we're all gonna give Yzerman an A+, right? And then we can agree that Boston and Washington both made moves to put themselves as far as the gist of the trade deadline goes, right?
Yeah, I think the moves that Washington made. I think the moves that Washington made is going to improve them a little bit. Boston, yeah, I mean having Taylor Hall on the ice,
Yeah.
yeah, he
Upgrade.
will produce,
Upgrade.
but for how long and is he going to wear out his welcome is another choice. So
Yeah.
Time will tell. Time
Yeah,
will tell.
Right on.
so I'm done with hockey right now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's what we
I'm
got.
done. You know what? That's it, and it is what it
Nope,
is.
You can hear the sheriff over there. The mayor.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The giant nailed it. Fire Jasper. Yeah. It's going to look awfully funny tomorrow when George is recording the OC on Betamax.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, what do you call it? I digress.
I digress. So we've got some NFL draft action coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Oh boy.
And
hopefully we'll have a guest on next Sunday.
Mhm.
Hopefully he'll video in.
yeah, that would be
very
a
good.
very, very good guest to have.
Yeah.
An expert in the field of draft.
More importantly, the Lions draft at
Yeah.
that.
And now that Mr. Noonan is friends with him, maybe he can give him a good nudge.
Oh, no, we're good. That's no big deal.
So
Shouldn't be a big deal at all.
So it seems like there's the top 10 might be set with the exception of a couple, trades that could happen. What are you guys thinking your top 10 would be?
Number 1, obviously Lawrence. Number 2, Wilson. And number 3 is the one that is going to be tricky to me because is it going to be Fields? Is it going to be Mac Jones? And if depending on what quarterback it is, how does the rest of the draft fall out? Because I like
San Francisco's picking third, right?
Yeah.
So I like Kyle Pitts at 4 to Atlanta, but at the same time, you just restructured Ryan, but he's older.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it be a perfect opportunity to get like a Fields or a Lance or a Mac Jones and groom them behind Matt Ryan? You know what I mean? Who's a pro?
And my thing with that pick is I honestly think that for Atlanta to maybe try to move up to that third spot, because if you're going to have a quarterback sit behind Matt Ryan, you're going to want somebody in the same mold that is going to be able to perform in the same playbook.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan is not a mobile quarterback. He's
No.
a pocket passer.
Yep.
Mac Jones would be the pocket passer.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think that the 49ers are all in.
They're
Yeah.
dead set on Mac
Jones.
Jones.
Well,
For
you're
sure.
taking a quarterback at 4. They might be mobile, but I mean, any quarterback that's going at 4 has a live arm, obviously. So
No, yeah,
you
for
can-
sure.
I mean, that's just a little sugar on top, a little cherry on top. But all these guys can throw.
Yeah, but you want the guy who's going to be in the same similarity that you're going to be following. You don't want and this is just me. I mean, I'm not an NFL expert by any means,
Right.
but I would say from a organizational standpoint and trying to run a certain offense, if your offense is tailored after Matt Ryan, you're not going to want a Justin Fields or a Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're going to want the guy who's going to stand in the pocket, You're going to want the guy who's going to have that pocket presence, who's going to make the throws.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And if you go back to when Aaron Rodgers was drafted, they brought him in to back up Favre. And they were similar. I mean, Rodgers was mobile.
That was probably the worst draft I ever watched because I felt so bad for him because he sat in that green room
and they kept going
so
to him.
fucking long.
After every pick, they kept going to him. But he sat behind Favre for what, 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
And
so.
he just learned the game. He learned the game from one of the best ever. And
elite.
oh yeah. So at first they were not very good with each other. Apparently, Aaron Rodgers rubbed. I know this is going to be coming back. Rubbed Favre the wrong way.
Right.
But
was it up and down or back and forth?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Is there a sleeper though in this draft? I mean,
Not in the 10.
No, I'm talking about like a later quarterback that maybe a team could get in the late first, early second, and to develop like that. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't. It's.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think this is the first draft in a while where you can't go wrong. Any of the top 10, maybe even in the top 15, you have guys that are going to be impactful NFL players from day one.
Hey, so did you hear, since you brought up Trevor Lawrence going first overall? So he just got married last weekend. He got married.
Yeah.
I guess some Jacksonville Jaguar fans went on his registry and bought him a couple things.
$11,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah, went and bought him some things for his thing. What if he doesn't get drafted? Do you think he returns the gifts, or
did you
keep them?
Did you see what he said today? He came out and said, "I'm going to donate $20,000." He's donating $20,000 to the community of Jacksonville.
Yeah, but he doesn't have $20,000 to his name right now.
Oh yeah,
They
they
fucking
do.
with you.
Yeah, they
I
do.
know he's got money.
No, he's
oh,
a
Dabo
shoo-in.
back here definitely hooked him up.
He's
but
a
no.
shoo-in, man. He's the safe pick.
But
Oh, yeah, for sure.
he came out and said that he was going to donate $20,000 because he plans to be a future member of the community. So, but that's awesome. That's a cool gesture. That just adds to the hype of Trevor Lawrence and what he will be in the NFL.
What do you think about the city of Jacksonville, Tom?
I love Jacksonville.
Do you?
I love Jacksonville Beach. The city, it's probably the strangest city I've ever been in.
Yeah.
It's built around the stadium, which is an absolute pile of shit.
Yeah.
No.
And downtown it's very small.
Yeah.
But then you get outside of the downtown area, Jacksonville Beach, Neptune Beach. It's great. It's very great. And they have a place there. I forget the beach house it's called.
Yeah.
The greatest biscuits and gravy I've ever had in Jacksonville Beach. Unbelievable.
That might be
I'm going to
a
call
song.
bullshit on that because you
No.
came over to my house one day and had biscuits and gravy, and you said those were the best you've ever had.
The best that ever had somebody make.
Yeah.
But out and about, no, these were by far the best. Unbelievable.
Dude, that guy treats me like shit all the time.
You stroked your
Zip
ego.
it.
Right there.
Zip
Just a little,
it.
just a little
Zip
bit.
it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So back to, your 10. I mean, do you see trades happening? Do you see anybody that would shock you that falls out of 10, out of the top 10?
I think the Patriots are going to make a charge into the top 10 because they obviously need a quarterback. And I think that Jerry Jones' obsession with Kyle Pitts might have the Cowboys in the top 10 somewhere there, but I don't know. Maybe the Lions trade back. I don't.
Well,
To me, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they.
Because I'm not.
I don't think they got a solid.
I'm not sold on this Jamar Chase notion because they drafted Calvin Johnson at 2, and how many games? They were 30 games under 500 with one of the best receivers of all time. You know what I mean? Contenders get out of the top 10 by drafting offensive tackles, pass rushers. You know what I mean? You don't go with a receiver at 7.
Here's the thing: is like if you have a good quarterback, he'll make a good receiver.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we have that?
TB12 showed that number of times. Number of times.
He had one good receiver before this year.
What, Randy Moss?
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is his only one.
Brady's never had an arsenal like that before.
No, hell no.
Mm-mm.
So since we're talking about Brady real quick, JP, I got to ask you this question.
Oh, boy.
All right, you ready for this question?
Okay.
So it came out that people are saying that Julian Edelman, who just recently retired, should be in the Football Hall of Fame. Before you answer the question, they asked Gronk, if he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Did you hear what his response was?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah, he could probably be in the Patriots Hall of Fame."
Yeah.
What a fucking what a slap in the dong there.
But it's Edelman had some great moments, timely moments in the Super Bowl, big plays. He was a good player, really good. But I mean, you put him next to Deion Branch. You know what I mean? Numbers are
He's
kind
not-
of the
he's-
same. Are they? Is
Yeah,
Deion Branch a Hall of
yeah,
Fame receiver?
exactly.
I mean, let's.
No,
how do
no,
you
he's
want to
not.
go? Is Wes Welker a Hall of Fame receiver?
I liked Wes
mean,
Wes
Welker.
Welker.
Yeah.
I liked Wes Welker.
I mean,
You
he
know
was the
what I
first
mean?
one.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
the first one of
So-
the white receivers that
How do you wanna
Mr.
skim
Brady
that
liked to
one?
play
He was
with.
like the quintessential Caucasian
Yeah.
persuasion on the field.
Right.
Put him in the slot and let
Yeah.
him go over the middle. He's going to get smoked.
I
Yes.
think that he was, he took advantage of the system. You know what I mean? He was a good player. And
Yeah.
Patriots Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Not Canton.
Maybe when he's 70, like they do everybody else. They induct him into the Hall of Fame after they die.
And it's
Hey,
funny.
hey, we're gonna make a statue of you, of your face. We're gonna take it right now, and the dude's all wrinkled, eyes closed.
Does the Hall
doesn't
of
know what's
Fame
going on.
Carry as much weight as it used to, though?
You know what? I don't think
doesn't
it
seem
I don't
so
think-
much to me
you know
like
what?
anymore.
It could be a gold jacket. It
Yeah.
could be an off gold jacket. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It
Green
doesn't matter.
jacket? Who gives a shit?
To the player, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
To the
You know what? For the
it means
player,
the world.
you are 1,000% correct on that
Yeah.
one. 1,000%. To the player, that is NFL. Once you get to the NFL and you know that you could do something,
Yeah.
you really just want to make it
Like
to
when,
the Canton.
when
That's what
they
you want.
inducted Charles Woodson and they presented it to
I
him,
think
you
said
could
Charles
see
Rogers.
you could see everything.
Rest in peace.
Charles Rogers.
Rest in peace.
You could
Charles.
see everything in Woodson that just brought him back to where he started, where he came from. You know
Kelvin,
what I mean?
too.
That was just like
Kelvin,
the
too.
tears, the emotions, and
Are you
everything.
talking about
it took
Rod?
to
Are you
get there.
talking about Rod or
Woodson, Woodson,
Charles?
Charles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
to clarify that.
Well, they're both.
Well, Kelvin was the same way.
yeah.
He was fighting back tears. I think
Yeah.
it hit him with his crooked fingers that looked like the letter L.
You don't get there by not having dedication. It
Oh,
takes a lot of
no.
fucking
But
work.
it's just a proof that hard work
Yeah.
paid off and it got recognized.
That is exactly 100% true.
So that's
Yeah.
surprising. That's surprising to hear Gronk say that because my initial
Especially publicly. Why would you say that? You're saying that publicly? I'd be like, he's a great player. He's a hell of a teammate. He had a hell of a career. I wish him nothing but the best in retirement, and we'll let the people who vote
sure.
determine whether or not he deserves to be in there or not.
My-
Not his. Well, he'll be a Patriot Hall of Fame. Dude, that was like a slap in
Sure
the
it was.
face.
But to me, when I first heard that Edelman was retiring, I thought that was his one-way ticket to Tampa.
yeah.
I thought for sure that Brady was going to start, clamoring for another piece.
I just don't think he physically has it anymore.
Well, he missed how many games last year? He was. I don't think he's the same.
I think because of the receiving where he lines up and how he plays across the
He gets
middle,
punished.
dude, he
Yeah.
just gets absolutely torched.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was a quarterback in college.
at
Kent
State.
Kent State, yeah. Oh, it's old Mac school.
It's a
Yeah.
good. It's a good.
And,
it's a feel good story.
Yeah.
McVay. McVay went to Kent State, didn't he? Or he went to Akron.
Akron.
Akron,
Yeah, he
yeah.
went to Akron.
So yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hey.
Hey. So to me, the Lions sitting at 7, I think they're in a good spot because if they stay at 7, maybe a Jamar Chase, because I really don't believe Kyle Pitts is going to be there.
Yeah.
The sleeper pick to me is Surtain Jr.
He's not going to go to about.
Yeah.
He's not going to go to about. You know where he's going to go? He's going to go to the Eagles.
Well, I mean,
He's going to go to the Eagles.
I think I think he falls out of the top 10. I think he's somewhere around 11 or 12.
I think he's like 12
Yeah.
but
for sure.
But the Lions, like I said last week, it's all about what happens.
But he's not even the top rated cornerback. You got Farley from
Yeah.
Virginia Tech, and then you got J.C. Horn on both their heels.
But you have,
Yeah, so that's why I'm not putting much merit in it.
Yeah. I think he'll fall out.
it all depends on what Atlanta does. I mean, I do see New England jumping up.
Dumbasses like Bob Quinn only take corners in the top 10.
We don't say his name.
Oh,
on the
sorry.
show.
Former
Yeah.
regime. I
Yeah.
apologize.
And
Yeah,
then
get that right, okay?
And then Carolina too. Carolina could be sitting back trading down. That might be a good destination for New England to move up because they got their quarterback and they could throw Bridgewater into a package and Some teams might be interested in something like that.
You just said Carolina has their quarterback, and my fucking skin crawled.
They love him.
How can you?
They love him down there.
But you know what? So let's go. I think he falls into the Anthony Mantha where he needs a change.
He had 1 year in college.
Who was that?
Sam Darnold.
Darnold. He had 1 year in college, and they were ready to write the check for him.
I think it's a great pick, man. I mean, look at Carolina. Their defense last year was outstanding. You know what I mean?
Their secondary.
And then you throw in Christian McCaffrey. You got some young receivers.
If he's healthy,
you know what I
he can
mean?
make anyone look good.
Yeah. So let's see what Darnold. I think he can put them in contention in that division.
He's got a good arm.
Yeah.
That there's no doubt about that. Right. And maybe they go after a wide receiver. Who knows? But
quarterbacks go to the Jets to die. You know what I mean?
Or when you get older and retire, you stand on the sideline and tell Susie Culver, "I want to catch you.
I want to catch you."
Well, he was an exception. Yeah.
Which is why
Broadway Joe.
Which is why I think Zach Wilson's never going to do shit in the NFL because he's going to the Jets.
Yeah. Well, some people believe that his merit and all his hype is unwarranted. You know what I mean? He didn't. I mean,
he didn't look good against Coastal Carolina.
Play against big competition. You know what I mean?
You know what? I will tell you this right now. Any human being that is obviously he's not pressed and he's not pressured and has guys that are weighing 330 pounds chasing after him. The dude threw the ball pretty damn good on the run.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, on the dimes.
So he probably won the pro day throwing.
The upside is there, man. It's just he's gonna have to start there. You know what I mean? And
well, I don't think there's any doubt.
It's not good
with them getting rid of Darnold.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Zach Wilson starting.
The Jets have a clear plan, man. They have a lot of money to spend, and
they got a lot, and they got some picks.
Of draft picks.
Yeah.
I think they're honestly in a better position than we are here in Detroit right now. So if they can surround him with some talent, then they could develop together.
The thing with going to New York, he's a kid from BYU. He's a mountain kid. Can he handle the media of New York? Can he handle the fireman?
Do you have a nickname for him yet or no?
I was thinking of something, but haven't
okay.
The Mormon,
because you're like really tight on nicknames, for these guys.
I'll work on it.
It only took us like 4 months to figure out what the Fighting Ishbias were.
The Fighting Rocket Ishbias.
We're just gonna hash Lawrence up as Sunshine, right?
He's Goldilocks.
He's
Goldilocks.
Yeah.
He's
been Goldilocks for a while.
I'm calling it right now. I think we've talked about it before. He's gonna make Justin Hebert, who is hanging just above my head, by the way.
Yeah.
All the hype of Hebert or Justin Hebert and
Herbert
and Joey Burrows. Lawrence is they're gonna forget about that.
Yeah.
I truly believe Trevor Lawrence is gonna hit the NFL running.
And one of the things is, for me, I'm not a big jersey guy. Like, I'm not a big guy that goes out and buys jerseys. But if I was to go out and buy 2 jerseys right now, Joe Burrows, and Trevor Lawrence would be the next one I'd buy.
Yeah, I mean, he's.
Hey, we might get one hanging up in the speakeasy. Yeah.
His first pass in college was like a 65-yard touchdown. I mean, he was hyped, and he only proved it when he and who was the quarterback there that they had? It was Bryant in Clemson.
Yeah, he ended up transferring. To
Missouri. I mean, he had just won a national
They're
championship.
like, peace out, homie.
Yeah.
He played in the national.
He played.
Championship.
Yeah.
They didn't win. They got rolled.
Okay.
By Alabama.
But he took him there.
Yeah.
He took him there.
Yeah.
And then the next year, his bags are packed.
Oh, we got a comment here.
Ooh, what do we got?
Miss Big Terry.
Hey,
in there.
Pops.
Yeah. Justin Fields could be the Lamar Jackson of this draft. You know what?
He's not that dynamic, Pops.
No, he's not.
Dad, your hat got your name on it right here, and even your favorite colors too.
There you go, buddy. We're gonna take. You know what, dude? We're gonna take care of Pops.
Yeah,
we are gonna take care of Pops, no matter how it is. We're gonna take care of him.
You know what? He might have a point. With Fields' ability to run the ball.
I think Fields throws the ball better than Lamar Jackson.
That is 1,000% correct.
Yeah. I remember watching something. They had to basically train Lamar how to throw. He was throwing the ball his fingers on all the laces.
Yeah.
No wonder why you're throwing a dead duck.
Yeah.
You learn how to position your hand to get that ball to
you
roll.
Gotta, you got to get that
Yeah.
rotated there.
Lamar's got that Vince Young kind of sidearm.
Yeah, he
you know what
flings
I
it.
mean?
It's the last minute throw.
I think that Fields, your boy Fields, I think he's more comparable to Deshaun Watson, if you ask me.
minus the size.
Him and Trey Lance both, I think they both fit that mold of being able to run and bigger.
All right, can everybody hear us?
We're back.
It says
Yeah.
we're still live.
Yeah.
Hello. Somebody send us a comment and let us know if we're still live.
Hey, Pops, are you still digging it?
Let's see. Are we still live?
He's digging it.
We got a couple. We got some watchers.
Oh boy.
Let's just get somebody in here that tells us that they can they can see us and they can hear us, and
The dang StreamYard.
we'll get going here.
I'm kind of thinking that
StreamYard's still low connectivity.
I think
I'm not getting it. Unstable.
I think I jinxed you guys because every time I come on the show, there's a technical difficulty.
There is.
Every single
It
time.
seems like every time you come on, it's
Yeah.
a technical difficulty.
Everything else runs without me. It runs without a hitch.
I know. That's what sucks. But yeah, who knows? What are you
Yeah.
doing, man? There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the connectivity is still junk, dude. I don't know what's going on with this. Hello. Hello.
JP, check your phone.
Check your phone, buddy. See if we got something.
Hello.
But anyway, so Justin Fields, a way better thrower than Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind on that.
We're live, buddy.
We're
Yeah.
good. All right.
Is it working?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Hang
Can you
on.
see? Can you
Yeah.
hear? Can you type a comment in so you can say I can see it on here?
Yeah, we're working. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but anyways, like we were saying before,
Come on, Terry. You couldn't give us a
You-
thumbs up or something?
Tom thinks that Justin Fields is the victim of the Ohio State quarterback curse. And the last one you look at with Haskins, he didn't check out
No,
at all. People knew he had character flaws.
Well,
He had major character
Yeah.
flaws.
when you were charging admission for a draft party,
Yeah,
that's a pretty
yeah, he got.
I mean, but come on,
classless act.
how ghetto can you be to do that?
right.
Well,
I
he
mean,
proved it.
Yeah.
He proved it.
right.
He proved his ghetto-ness.
Well, he got his bridge just got a little bit too big, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
now
well.
he's in Pittsburgh, and Mike Tomlin's not going to put up
Oh,
with that
he
No,
bullshit.
put up with that shit.
No.
He ain't going to put up with that
No,
shit.
between him and the TikTok diva, Juju.
Is he even on there, or is he gone?
No, he
re-signed.
signed a 1-year deal.
Oh, he signed a
signed
1-year
back in
deal?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's coming
The
back.
thing about him was he said he grew up a Pittsburgh Steeler fan
Yeah.
in LA. So he said, if they offer me a contract, I'm going to take it. I will take less money to stay in Pittsburgh.
That contract would have been, all right, I'm going to give you 50 grand, and
Well,
everything's going to be performance based.
How
Yeah.
much money is he making from his social media? I mean, that guy.
I know that's what's crazy about everything.
So
So anyway, so top 10. So we obviously we know Lawrence is going 1. We got
Zach
Wilson
Wilson.
going 2. Three is going to be a toss up between Justin Fields and Mac Jones. That's going to be it's going to be a toss up on there. 4, which is going to be a toss up on whether or not who's going to be taking it at 3.
I got Atlanta holding tight and taking Trey Lance.
Dude, I'm not sold on him because he sat out a year, and really he played in a smaller school. Give me a second. Everybody's going to say Josh Allen.
No.
Josh Allen. He played in Wyoming.
Josh Allen played a lot, had a lot more experience.
Yeah, I understand that, but you got to think that everybody's going to say, well, you can't go based off that. Well, he didn't play last year. He played, so we really don't have much view on him. I'm not saying I'm going to go balls deep. It'll be a drop on that.
Atlanta's the best option for him, man. Like I said, it gives him time to develop.
Yep.
You don't want to go somewhere where you're going to throw him right in and you're going to ruin his career. Kind of like, you know what I mean? Like a Deshaun Kaiser or something like that. You know
what is he, 19 or 20?
Kaiser.
Didn't have a lot of a starting experience. You
Toledo,
know what I mean?
Ohio's own Sean DeKaiser.
Yeah. There you go.
Deshaun Kaiser.
And he came out early, young, and it ruined his
Went to
career.
Notre Dame.
You don't want to do that to him.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Lance is probably, what is he, 20?
Yeah.
So he needs to develop.
Yeah.
And he needs experience with a quarterback that's proven.
Yeah.
And I think Atlanta's put themselves in a position where offense is not their problem. So they can put up points right now with Matt Ryan. And so that to me is a good spot for
Are we
him.
mailing it in on Penal-Sue at 7? Because I think that Cincinnati's going to nab him. They got to protect Burrow.
Yeah,
well, that's
they're going to take Jamar Chase because Burrow's has been pulling for him.
Yeah,
he really wants him.
He's definitely, and do you listen to your star quarterback?
Well,
do you take his advice?
Well, you see how that's worked out for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers is like, dude, give me somebody to throw the ball to. Oh, with the next pick, we're gonna take
trading up to trade.
We're gonna trade our pick and take a trash can.
Well, if Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson don't get any input, I highly doubt that Joe Burrow is gonna get the input.
Well, I mean,
I agree with you. I agree,
but I have Cincinnati going with Sewell because he couldn't stay upright.
Yeah,
I mean, he was running for his life.
Yeah, he's a good one. And then another one is Rashawn Slater at Northwestern at tackle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think he's right on the cusp of
he's made his way
top 10.
He's made his way.
He's got the NFL pedigree. He's got the long arms. He's technical.
He's
you look
smart.
at Sewell, he's kind of just a road grader, mean. You know what I mean? Put your face into the dirt.
Road grader, I love
that. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Offensive linemen, they got to have some smarts and the boy out of Northwestern. Yeah,
watch Sewell's highlight tape for anybody out there that hasn't watched it. This guy destroys people.
He flattens. He only gave up 1 tackle for a loss. That's insane.
He's going against college guys. These college kids are grown men. You know what I mean? And he's ragdolling them. Got his cock clean.
The D linemen were getting it clean for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They were.
But okay, so Detroit holds. Let's say they hold at 7. Who do you like them? Who do you like? Who do you want them to pick?
Yeah.
Who should they pick?
Well, I like I said, Sewell is the guy that I want them to pick. I think if they're going to stay at 7, they should pick Micah Parsons. Who I think they're going to pick is going to be Jamar Chase. But Micah Parsons, I mean, he's 4'3", you know what I mean? Big linebacker. He can cover, you know what I mean? He's going to be the anchor of your defense for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And at a position that they need, you know what I mean?
But at 7, though. Do you think he's worthy of a 7?
I do.
Okay.
I think he's going to end up being a superstar. And people talk about his character flaws. I mean, he had an incident in high school, and you know what I mean? People move.
Little hazing incident.
Yeah, I mean, you're between the age of 16 and 20. I mean, come on. You know what I mean?
And maybe he took this last year off to work on his character a little bit.
He's been mentored by LeVar Arrington, who's a fellow Penn Stater linebacker. So I think
who had problems with himself.
So
he had
better
issues.
to learn from.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I think he's going to grow. And at 7, I'm taking him. You know what I mean? I think it automatically he changes and helps your defense.
And the way the NFL is run, the successful teams, we've talked about it before, it's running through a defense that is led by a linebacker that's an impact impactful player.
Absolutely.
And having somebody in the middle like that could be a big gain for them.
And he gets after the quarterback like nobody's business.
I just don't like his comparison to
I think Micah Parsons at linebacker had more career sacks than Kwity Paye.
I think we all saw that Kwity Paye needed Hutchinson next to him to be successful.
Well,
But
yeah.
what about you, Rich? Who would you like them to pick? But what do you think they need the most?
Well, first and foremost, I do want to go on the record and say, yes, Christina, you can come out and grab a drink. That should not be an issue. And JP, while you're up, please grab me a Yingling. So at 7, I am a firm believer that the games are won and lost in the trenches. That is, I mean, that's a proven fact. They're there. No, the Yingling Lights are down there. Don't worry about that. Squat down a little bit.
Yeah, they're in the bottom.
They're there. So yeah,
You haven't taken your magnesium yet.
so yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're not gonna shit your pants. So, what I'm gonna say with that is, they need to protect them. So if Sewell's there, take Sewell. That is what it is. We got a couple ladies in here tonight. Ladies, would you like to say hi? So hold on. Go ahead, ladies. Why don't you say hi?
Oh,
So
hello,
who's hiding? Oh,
ladies.
hey, it's a lady.
Hey, we could probably use this for drinks. Hey,
Yeah, there you go.
we need some refills,
Yeah.
ladies.
Next week we're gonna have bikini models out here, so it's gonna work out just great for us.
Bottoms up, ladies.
So the game is won and lost in the trenches. No matter how you look at it, it all starts there.
Absolutely.
So would I be upset if they took a Penny Sewell? Absolutely not. Or a Slater? I'd be fine with that.
What if one of those teams wants to move up into that 7 spot to get a quarterback, and you move back and you look at Parsons or even Rashawn Slater? Even,
If I move back,
if
I move back, I'm going Parsons.
yeah.
If
or,
you move
or
back,
Slater.
either or.
Yeah.
If you move back, I mean, if he's not there when you want to get there,
Or
then that's
Kwity
it.
Paye.
Yeah.
No,
Kwity Paye.
no. You know where Kwity Paye is going to end up?
Where?
Dallas.
He's going to end up in Oakland.
Oakland?
I bet.
Well, I think there's a lot of different scenarios. There's a million different scenarios, and I think everything all depends on how the top 4 goes.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
The draft number 4, that 4th position, is going to tell a lot about who's going to go where and who's going to move up.
I want to just go and say that having the ladies in the background there is really making our show look a little bit better.
Yeah.
What are they doing back there?
Are they trying to get beer? Are they trying to tap out some beer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, all right. We get a cheers, a smile, and hey, we're going to drink some beers right now.
Yeah.
Right.
we got some Sam Adams Summer Ale tapped in the speakeasy this week.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I think honestly, my personal opinion is that you got to go with somebody in the trenches. If he's available,
Right.
you're going to take him. If not, if you get the opportunity to trade back and maybe add another pick, I'm all for it. And then go for your Michael Parsons.
Yeah. Or you move back, and then maybe you get a 3rd rounder or something in there. You know what I mean? Depending on which team wants to move up and how they value the quarterback that's available.
I agree 100%.
You know what I mean?
I'm not a firm believer that it is necessary for them to go after like a like a Jamar Chase. And I know everybody's gonna say if you don't go get a Jamar Chase, or you don't get a Waddle, or you don't go get a Devontae Smith or anything like that, like a prolific wide receiver or somebody in offense, everybody's gonna say it was a bust. And we say it every time because Aaron Donald, we pass on Aaron Donald
For Eric Ebron.
For Now look at Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald's out in Pittsburgh knocking people's faces in.
Right.
At Rams, LA. Aaron Donald's in LA.
He must not
He was
be-
in Pittsburgh
He must not.
and
be
got he got in a fucking
Oh,
he got in a bar fight.
Okay. Never mind.
Southside Pittsburgh.
Never mind.
He didn't hear the
I didn't
story.
know he was in Pittsburgh,
Yeah, he pretty much caved the guy's skull in.
Oh, but you know what though?
but he was helping him. The guy that claimed
Yeah.
that claimed
Aaron
he
Donald
was-
beat my ass.
Yeah, no, he's like,
He got the-
motherfucker, I helped your ass.
Dude, he got the fucking brakes beat off him.
Yeah.
He got the brakes beat off him. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him for like 3 seconds. Be like,
Yeah.
and everybody's like, well, he came and Aaron Donald took his bottle. If Aaron Donald comes and takes your bottle,
You
you just go buy another bottle.
Just give that
you
bottle.
say,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, Thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah.
Take it away.
You say, you know what happened to me one time here? Aaron Donald stole my bottle. That was a big good story.
Hey, there's one time I was hanging out in Pittsburgh, and I was at the bar. You'll never believe this. Hall of Famer Aaron Donald came up and took my bottle away
You're
from
never
me.
gonna believe this
What would you-
motherfucker took my bottle.
What would you do, Grandpa?
Yeah.
I let him have it.
All right.
Well, what do you mean you let him have it? I just let him walk away with my bottle, and I left it at that.
Google Aaron Donald. You'll see why I didn't do shit.
He just fucking he just absolutely caved that dude's face. It was funny because on Barstool they posted something. They said his eye looked like a pussy. It
Yeah.
was funny.
Yeah. Well, fucking Aaron Donald ain't got an ounce of fat on him.
Oh.
That's a brain injury for life right there. Just get hit by that guy.
That's one guy I ain't messing
Yeah.
with.
So speaking of a brain injury, that debacle of a fight that took place yesterday, that anybody that paid $50 to witness
Oh my God.
Got fleeced.
should file a lawsuit, because that was the biggest piece of shit fight I've ever seen. It wasn't even a fight. I think it was rigged. What do you think?
Oh my God.
And the promotion for Triller and their broadcasting, this whole shit's just ghetto, man.
Well, did you see the
It's
belt?
Fucking ridiculous.
Did you see the belt they have? It's like a red leather
Yeah.
belt. It looks
Yeah.
like something.
They had a belt.
Yeah. It looks
man.
like something that Andre the Giant would wear around.
Well,
his,
you
his-
look
his-
at old Mike Tyson
It
and
sounded like the guy was wearing it was a.
Ask me about my winner.
That guy needs it. Dude, that guy has got.
He's the biggest
He
fucking
has got
douchebag.
to go.
oh,
Jake Paul.
Oh.
Somebody, a real
She's gotta
boxer.
go.
he's got to
re-
fight a real boxer.
He's it. Come on.
But Ben Askren probably got paid a couple $1 million.
Oh,
to
there's
get
no
knocked
question
out.
about it.
You know what I mean?
Dude, it looked like it's like he just got done in
Yeah.
like exactly what you said, a hot dog eating
Yeah.
contest with
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
they rolled his ass in the ring.
I mean, he
What a fucking disgrace.
And they said that Askren
cut your hair too.
He had a surgery and he's been laid up for 15 months and he didn't train for the fight. He thought he was just going to roll in there and take care of business.
Yeah.
And I don't even think
So he didn't train for the fight.
no.
He was looking for something to pay his medical bills.
Yeah. Right.
That's really what it was.
Because he fought in UFC, didn't he?
Yeah.
And
Well, he took that big fucking knee from
Masvidal.
Masvidal. Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
last time
Yeah.
he's
maybe,
been around.
he still doesn't know what
Dude,
planet he's on.
Dude, that fight was like this. It was like, ding,
Done. Yeah.
done. It was
Oh,
terrible,
yeah.
dude. Terrible.
So do you have the you
yeah.
have the footage of
Oh
this
yeah, I got some
this
footage here. So
useless
Jake Paul sparred with former world champion Jean Pascal and
Get my
also
money,
cruiserweight
Jake. Get my
contender.
motherfucking money, Jake. Get my motherfucking
Dude.
money,
Snoop
Jake.
Dogg in the back.
Get my motherfucking
Dude.
money, Jake. Get my motherfucking money, Jake. What a shit. Get my motherfucking money, Jake.
He looks like a burger chef.
And by the way,
somebody you would see at the Coney Island.
And by the way, I want to let everybody know that this is a YouTube clip. By the way, just to get everybody heads up. It was on YouTube. This dude looked
Oh, they
like.
pulled the referee out of retirement from the 70s.
Oh, dude.
He probably was like, I don't even know what the hell you got wrapped around my chest.
I'll tell you right now, dude. He tagged him. He tagged him pretty good. But I'm gonna tell you right now. That motherfucker's been hitting a lot harder than that in his life.
With damn near bare knuckles, not a
Yeah.
fucking a 16-ounce glove.
5-ounce gloves.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
the
give me
in
a
the
break.
UFC, and you're
I
going
mean,
to that.
And then they got pictures of him and his wife after the fight, just laughing it
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
Just
celebrate.
like-
Hey, look at all this money. Hey, check this check out.
Yeah, there was somebody on Twitter saying that's the look of a guy that just cashed his check, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul, he gets down, he starts crying. Like, why are you crying,
Dude, you know what? I would cry. I would cry because of the fact I lost to that punk ass bitch.
Right.
No, Jake Paul was crying.
Oh, I
He
thought you
was-
said,
yeah, he-
oh.
He dropped down on the mat and he's crying. Like,
I think
what have you done?
He's got to fight legitimate boxers.
And-
now.
and he will
There's
never-
no more mixed
Or
martial arts.
here's this. You want to fight an MMA guy? Get in the fucking octagon. with him.
Well, yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Hey.
You think you're badass?
Hey, you know what? Hey, listen. I would put up that Chuck Liddell should come out of retirement
To fight
and
Paul.
fight that dude. Because
How-
I'll tell you right now, fat beer belly Chuck Liddell would fucking destroy him.
Here's an idea. His sparring partner that he had.
You don't think so?
that-
No, I think he's got to fight a boxer, man. You don't put another martial artist.
Well, he's a kickboxer.
You don't put another martial artist in the ring. I don't think.
Let him kickbox.
Chuck Liddell's old, man. He
He'd still kick his ass.
they did the him and Tito Ortiz fight the rerun or whatever, and they both looked old and slow, and I don't think so, man.
Really?
No.
What about if he fight
You know that
Conor McGregor?
Jake Paul pays millions of dollars for his training, and he's been going hard for the last 18 months. You're not going to bring some 50-something-year-old guy back off the street to beat him.
Fight Mike Tyson. Hey, put your fucking money where your mouth is. Fight Mike Tyson.
I'd pay to see that one.
Yeah.
I'd pay to see that motherfucker get his cock cleaned.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay for all 3 screens in here to have on that fight.
Yeah.
And old ass Mike Tyson. Can you imagine him connecting just one? I'm gonna eat your children. Yeah, he's gonna eat his children, bite his fucking ear off.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to run into a roadblock sooner or later. He doesn't want to fight nobody like Ryan Garcia or anything like that.
He's not going to.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, put your money. Yeah, exactly. Put your money where your mouth.
Mhm.
I don't give a
If
fuck.
you're bad-
I don't give a fuck if you train for 18 months.
Right.
You are not going to go. Well, who was that one guy they were talking about that
His sparring partner.
he was sparring with somebody and he said that he was. Oh, I was tagging him. Whatever. He's like, that footage will never come out from that sparring because I was whipping his ass.
And he was on Woodward Sports.
Was he
the sparring partner?
really?
And he was saying, "I beat his ass. There's no he's good, but he ain't better than me." And
but
then
he was talking. He was talking
Jake
shit.
Paul was like,
he was talking
no,
shit
I
like he
kicked
was.
his ass.
Yeah, he was talking shit like he whipped his ass. And everything.
I'm gonna believe the sparring partner.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna-
He's a legitimate boxer. I'm sure at first he was probably letting him get some shots in.
good, buddy. Take a couple shots. No
Yeah,
big deal.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't believe he can beat a legitimate boxer. I just don't.
Yeah.
It's-
Dude, you know what? We've been at this for about an hour and 6 minutes right now, and I want to give a shout out. And hopefully, this guy is listening, or he just doesn't play it on just so we get a thing or whatever. But we got one guy on here on our Twitch page.
Is he the
He's
sock
on-
guy?
I don't know. It doesn't say who it is, but this guy's been on here the entire. I'm going to call this guy the Iron Horse here because he's on. If you are on, just say hi in the comments.
Hey, we appreciate
Just say
you.
hi. I mean,
we
I,
appreciate you
I,
watching.
I absolutely love it.
We've had technical difficulties from the start,
Especially
and
through all
in the middle.
Especially through all the technical difficulties.
He's a
I mean,
trooper.
yeah.
He deserves a shout
for
out.
sure. So, yeah, that fight was fucking embarrassing.
So
That
what
was
about,
absolutely fucking embarrassing?
What about the Bronx Bombers?
Terrible.
What do you think? What do you think about those boys?
I mean, at one point today, I was watching that game, and I think Garrett Cole retired like 10 batters in a row, and they can get absolutely no run support at all.
So, what was it? Friday night?
Mike Stanton hit nothing.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Friday night, all of a sudden, one ball comes into the outfield. Then there was 2 balls in the outfield. Next thing you know, there's a barrage of baseballs being thrown into the field of play from the stands. They actually had to make an announcement to not throw anything on the field, and they were getting. I think the umps were getting ready to pull the teams right off the field. But
So, did you think that maybe that was like when they threw batteries at Santa Claus
Yeah.
in Philly?
yes.
This is their worst start in 23 years.
Oh, they're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Or the
With as much money as they spend, they're fucking terrible.
Yeah.
the beer bottles in Cleveland when they were tossing beer bottles at,
Or how
at
about
the refs when they were running off the field.
Or how about at Comiskey Park when they
Oh,
were
Aaron-
throwing records on the field?
Aaron Judge is a joke. What happened to that guy?
He can't hit a curveball if it's not right down the middle.
So you're saying he's like Pedro Serrano right now?
oh, absolutely. You know what I'm going to blame it on? He got new teeth. He should have left the gap. He got new teeth this
He ain't
year.
got no gap.
Nope. He got cosmetic dental surgery.
He ain't got no gap.
He ain't got no gap. He ain't rocking the gap anymore. And guess what? It shows.
Well,
He's a poser.
ooh,
Aaron Judge, the poser.
yeah. I don't get it. I mean,
The
that-
talent.
that's like the Badu thing in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judge had a great rookie year. He really hasn't done shit since.
At what point is the manager going to get let go?
well, I don't.
Yeah, you think
Is it
you're-
the manager?
talking
Is it
about-
Boone?
You talking about Aaron
Oh,
Boone?
Aaron
Yeah.
Boone's not going.
Aaron
anywhere.
Boone ain't going.
They don't get
nowhere.
rid of their managers
They got-
anymore like
they
they
got
used
the
to.
highest payroll in baseball.
Doesn't matter. He ain't going.
Tom
there.
keeps touching my leg.
Oh, sorry. Playing footsie.
He actually reached down at one point and grabbed my knee.
So we
that
got
is a lie.
We got somebody that's logged in on iLogic Media right now. We'd like to give him a shout out. Get a shout out for iLogic. Which, by the way, iLogic Media is our media representative, and we have some really good things coming. Really good things coming soon.
Mhm.
Right.
A lot of shows. Get out there and check them out
Yep.
for sure.
Especially the OC.
Oh, OC tomorrow night. Brand new episode OC. There's also a little bit of a giveaway on the OC, and we'll have to talk about this after the show there, JP. But I think it's for every 5 people that you get that likes the OC show, you get your name into a raffle for some
Free giveaway.
free giveaways from John Yu from Pro Sports.
Right on.
Johnny U.
Johnny Yu, and you get on there, get those likes going, and give those guys a listen. If you got a box full of cards in the basement, get out there and check them out, see what they're worth, and sell them. I mean, they're worth money.
And comment on watching the show. You know, like you guys do here. You want to comment? You have a question? You have a card that you think might have some value? You know, Pat and George are the quintessential experts when it comes to grading cards and their values, and they're definitely hip to like that segue. They are
they are
to
hip.
the hey, they're hip to the what's going on, the pulse
for sure.
So before we get out of here, there's something that you know happened with the Michigan football, and it's a two-parter for me. It's Xavier Worthy decommits. Sounds like it was not such a heartfelt time for him before he never even played.
Yeah.
But my question is this transfer portal. I think we talked about it before. It's free agency in the NCAA.
It's a nightmare.
What's your opinion on it? My opinion is it's basically it's going to kill the game. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, and now the NCAA is saying you don't have to sit out a year. You can transfer and play immediately. I just think it's a joke. So what do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I think the transfer portal is something that's good under the lines of the fact that JP's on his phone during the show.
Mm-hmm.
And the transfer portal should be used for a reason of, like, let's just say if I got a scholarship somewhere, they promised me you're going to start, you're going to do this, you're going to do that.
Right.
No, you're not going to do that. Even if you have a difference between the coaching and the way everything's been running, you still should honor your commitment to the school. They've almost treated it like you're like a fucking free agent.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, you don't like it here? All right, go to the transfer portal. Get picked up by somebody else.
And play right away.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I agree with the fact that you get a one-time opportunity to transfer without sitting out, because a lot of these coaches lie to these kids.
I think it needs to be a valid
no,
reason.
but here's the thing is, so if you're a 5-star quarterback and you get recruited by Urban Meyer to Ohio State University, this is all hypothetical
for tattoos.
So you go and you commit, National Signing Day, you do all that, all that. Urban Meyer quits.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that was recruited by Urban Meyer that year should have the opportunity to hit the transfer portal or to decommit and get out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bar none, done.
You know what Nick Saban said too is that some of those under-recruited guys that blow up at these smaller schools, or it's only going to help the rich get richer. So if a guy goes to Weber State and he ends up being a top 10 NFL prospect, then Alabama can go out and run him for a year.
Yeah. And it does work both ways.
And
it really does.
Arizona's point guard transfer today. He was all Pac-12, averaged 15 points a game. I mean, it's a little ridiculous.
And he transfers.
Yeah.
Well,
transfers.
They just fired their coach too. So.
Yeah.
The cheater.
But then he's got he has a reason. He's like, hey, look,
I came
here to play with this
Miller.
guy. I'm not playing with this
Yeah.
guy. I'm out. Bye.
Right.
So you're kind of the our resident expert when it comes to Michigan football. Have you heard the reason why Worthy decided to
I
leave?
think that so what I don't know like anything set in stone, but what it sounds like is Matt Dudek, the old recruiting operator, he's the head of recruiting operations or whatever. He just jumped ship and went to Mississippi State, and they said that this guy will give his left nut to get a recruit. And I think he had a lot to do with Worthy's recruitment. And it sounds like there is, like I said, not set in stone, but what I hear is it sounds like there was admissions issues, whether it be grades or qualifications, you know what I mean? Because it's a pretty big school, but I mean,
That's not the first time that's happened with a high recruit.
and what I hear is that he wanted to be here. You know what I mean? It's just something within the admissions that he couldn't.
If I had to guess, it's probably grades.
Yeah.
And from my recollection, Michigan, you gotta have the grades to play.
Yeah.
And that's a tough sell for a lot of these kids that they grew up playing football. They knew early on they were gonna go far playing, and school didn't really matter. And
What happened with him though is he was committed and he had an official visit to Alabama months before he had committed, and they took the official to Alabama, and then of course idiots on social media started heckling him and his mother, and he's still stuck with the commitment, and it's just been a roller coaster. It's been a lot of drama since his commitment.
And that's the thing. You get some of these keyboard warriors that think they know it all, and they're bad. They do more damage than anything.
But you're lip talking to a high school kid.
Yeah, I mean,
how low are you?
His biggest decision of his life, like where are you going to school? Like, Michigan, Alabama. That's a tough choice. And if he's my kid, I'd want him to go to visit all these other places. And if he ended up back here at Michigan, that says that the man's committed. So that's bullshit, that people do that.
Yeah.
So, but I'm against the transfer portal unless situations like you talked about.
I mean, if it's something that it's got to be of like reason.
Yeah.
It's got to be, I'm not going to say like
Easy for us to say.
I mean, I'm not going to say commit to it like it's the military. Like, hey, you committed 4 years. You're going to be here 4 years.
It's a business decision now.
Or you're
yeah, it is.
Yeah, oh, sure.
It is. Yeah, because everything's going to be tied to a likeness and kids are going to get paid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Business
Kids are going to get paid.
I know last year there was a kid, I think he played at UConn, and he wanted to transfer because his mom was sick. And so he tried to put in a transfer to I forget what school he was trying to transfer to a school closer to home so he could get to his parents a little bit faster, and then his family could see him without traveling so far. And the NCAA told him no, he was, he didn't qualify. But it's the NCAA. It's the biggest shit show scam next to the fight that happened last night. But who knows what's going to happen with them? So I mean, the college game is, like you said, it's all about money, and in the end, it always will be.
NCAA has been getting trashed on Capitol Hill too.
Well, they should.
Yeah, they're going to end up paying, and it's going to pay dividends for schools like Michigan that have huge donors and resources.
Well, as Pat McAfee likes to say,
yeah,
he drives down through Ann Arbor and it's billionaire.
Yeah. Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, which is he has the Ross Business School is named after him. You know what I mean? So he's the biggest donor.
Yeah, he's got an endless pocketbook. So
yeah, for sure. So anyway, I guess that pretty much wraps it up for the day.
We were going to talk about the Tigers, but why?
I can't talk about it right
why?
now. I want to cry.
Give it another week to stew on that one.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah.
So
watch out, everyone. We got snow coming here. Get a little April snow showers. Wednesdays midweek will be. We're gonna have the heater on, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the heat will be on. I might get a chance to try out that new snowplow.
Oh, hey, that was worth something.
Hey. So anyway, so I guess we're out. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Easy Speak at Speakeasy 330. You can catch us every week at ilogicmedia.com, Apple, and Spotify. Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram at EasySpeakCast for the latest and up-to-date news. Cheers.